The VTubing space was literally just turned on its head. I'm talking absolutely flipped and tossed over. This is a tsunami, a hurricane, a storm has literally just hit the VTubing space in a way that we have never seen before, boys. This is crazy. We are seeing real history being made in real time. This is the space is changing. Everything is changing. Whether it's for the better or for the worse, I don't know. But what I can say is this. Make sure you like the video if you want YouTube to count your views, view and subscribe, boys. So Leaflit Angel Sword budget VTuber system update. She launched an AI VTuber maker that makes a VTuber avatar for you in real time. Absolutely insane, lowering the barrier to entry to basically nil. Now you can be who you want to be, boys. Now you can be who you want to be. But this pissed off all the right people, if you catch my drift. This pissed off all the right people. Well, whether you're for AI or against AI, we can all agree that some of the people in the VTubing space have been a little bit too high on their high horse. They got their britches pulled up a little bit too much. And I guarantee you this shit just ripped them down. Angel toward Leaflit down here saying this is a budget system update, and the quote retweets on this are absolutely mad. Powder down here saying, I wonder if every artist mad at this has delivered their comms on time, treated their clients respectfully, and priced their products fairly. Listen, as somebody that's been in this space for a little bit and hired a multitude of artists, I can promise you that it is a shit show. I have only ever found like 2 artists that were actually good and respectable to their to the people that were hiring them and their commissioners. Like I'll put them down below. It's Body. Body is by far my favorite artist that I've ever had. She literally delivers everything on time, and if you want a human touch, she is definitely the best person to go to. But everywhere else in this space is a literal shit show. You're talking scammers. You'll pay people and they will not send you a freaking avatar for months, years even. Like I've still got 2 that I've ordered that never showed up. Boys, like this is not a joke. This is an industry where these people continuously scam you back to back to back, and then they try to get on here and then virtue signal and say that you're destroying their opportunity to make a living or something. Now, this was absolutely inevitable. This was inevitable. If you're an artist and you're mad about this, I know. It's really bad, but it's also something that was inevitable. And I wouldn't even call it bad, okay? This is something that opens the medium up to more people to be who they want to be. I would actually call this a good thing. It's just bad for artists, right? But this is absolutely something that could breathe life into the space or destroy it. But the reason why it would breathe life into the space is because the barrier to entry is so goddamn high. Like, I'm not kidding. The barrier to entry is literally you having to accept getting scammed 5 times while trying to order a model before you actually get one successfully commissioned to you, or you have to go out of your way to hire some other famous person's artist for thousands upon thousands of dollars. The barrier to entry is way too high. But the quote retweets from these people are absolutely insane. So let's get into it. Make sure to like the video if you want YouTube to count your views, view and subscribe, boys. Kitten Live 2D Rigger here saying, I hate this. There are hundreds of free VTuber models and assets out there made by artists. You do not need AI to be a VTuber. Yeah, but the difference is they're nowhere near to being on par with yours. You just want to protect your $10,000 model, and you want everyone else to have to be forced to use PNG slop that is basically probably made with AI anyway. But continuing, my state is in a drought warning, by the way, because of AI. As a VTuber who started with a $0 budget, you are pathetic. This is crazy. Even Chibi Reviews commented down here, to everyone getting upset with Leaflit for doing a service for the VTubing community, fuck off. And he's absolutely right, because this is a huge service, maybe not to artists, but to creators and people that want an online avatar and an online persona. This is a huge service to them by lowering the barrier of entry exponentially. But the quote retweets get worse, boys. They get worse. They are really going after Leaflit here. You can tell she pissed off the right people. Nah, this is gross and literally a slap in the face to artists everywhere who make customizable models - cheap pre-made models to use. If I see any of my mutuals using this shit, I'm blocking you. Thank you. Go ahead and block me, please, for the love of God. Please do, because you want me to get scammed 10 times in a row, or the average layman to get scammed 10 times in a row before they're actually able to be who they want to be online, boys. They're telling you you can't be who you want to be unless you line their greedy little pockets while they wait 10 months to actually deliver some kind of service. Okay, Mizu Tamari, I don't want to make this a controversy thing because Leaflit's tool is extremely cool and useful, but the artists are just raging so hard, it has to be mentioned. They're so obsessed with the idea that if you go anywhere but to them, you despise art conceptually, which is double bad, because they think artists deserve more credit than the VTubers themselves. I need to warn you yet again, artists, that this line about how you'd be nothing without us doesn't make VTubers appreciate you. It really doesn't. I know from speaking with many that it makes them want to keep you at arm's length because you're taking credit for all of their work. Also, any artist that brings up, but you can buy pre-made, is clearly forgetting that every major pre-made has had a controversy in the last year where they try and yank someone's right away to use it. They absolutely do. Pre-made is definitely not as safe as they sit there and try to tell you that it is. And not only that, it's not yours. Someone else is using that rendition somewhere out there. And yes, there are different ways that you can style the hair or the eyes or whatever, but it still doesn't feel like yours. If you're coming into this space and you want a personalized avatar, you have to shell out thousands upon thousands of dollars. That is the service that Leaflit is offering. That is the barrier to entry that she is removing with this. And that's why artists are so mad. And this is coming from somebody that has never used AI art in anything that I have done on this channel at all. I have always hired someone. And I'm telling you right now that it is more pain than it is worth unless you find someone that actually has honor and is willing to deliver. Because there's no retribution for you if you get scammed. There's no way to get your money back. They will hold on to these commissions for months or years before they finally start working on them, if they start working on them. And they'll continuously gaslight you so that you can't try to get your money back before, a time limit is up or something. These people are sharks in the water, feeding on small time creators. They really are. They really are. And to the artists out there that do good work, that actually do complete on commissions, like you are absolutely loved in this space. You will always have a place in this space because you deliver. That's the difference. The people that are mad about this are the ones that don't get any work or commissions because they never deliver. They are known to be scam artists, and they charge cheap because they scam people. That's really what it is. But to you that actually completes your commissions and actually does good customer service, you absolutely will always have a place in the space because people want a human touch. This is for people, this is an alternative for people that had nowhere else to go, where their only opportunity was to try to find someone to make a cheap model, and they have to go through 10 different artists that are scamming them before they finally find someone that wants to deliver. And so if you're an artist that actually does deliver, it's not as bad as it seems. I promise you, you definitely have like an edge in this space by having a human touch and actually being able to personalize and rig a model in a way that a creator actually wants. You absolutely do. This is who this really hurts, are the sharks in the water that smell blood whenever a new creator comes into the space. Like whenever you go, I dare you, go make a new account, say that you're going to be like launching a new channel, and watch 20,000 scam messages come in talking about, hey, I can be your artist, I can draw something for you, I can do this for you, I can create this for you, and in reality they're all scammers. It is literally a scam tactic, and that's what this gets away from. That's what this gets you away from. It is 100% a service to the VTuber space. Here's an artist literally saying, in light of this, I've decided my customizable will be 30 USD. I was already going to price it low for the market, but I want to show new VTubers that you can make it in this community without even $100 US. Yeah, but it is a pre-made. That's what you're not understanding. That's pre-made. We want something that is personalizable to you, to us. If you're a creator in this space, you want it to be yours. You want it to feel like yours. This is coming from somebody that is using a pre-made design, okay? You don't want something that's pre-made. made. It doesn't feel good. It really doesn't. Here's people even offering PNG tubers. Nobody wants to be a PNG tuber. You're forced to be a PNG tuber. The part that warms my heart is that all these artists and VTubers melting down over this amazing tool that lowers the barrier of entry into the space using AI. They have been gatekeeping this space with expensive models or with free models with endless TOS restrictions. That is also a thing. There are TOS restrictions that exist on every single pre-made model, and they will literally use it against you predatorily. And as soon as a viable competitor arrives, all they do is become hateful. It was never about inequitable voices in the VTubing space. It was always about maintaining a comfortable hug box of agreeing opinions and personalities that reject anyone with problematic opinions. Leaflit made an amazing tool and deserves recognition for helping to democratize content creation for anyone who wants it. Gatekeeping creativity behind artificial scarcity is in the digital age was never going to work, and I'm glad the gate has been broken open. Technology always threatens those whose core business model depends on it being expensive, time-consuming, and difficult for no reason. No more drama with artists who refuse to work with right-wing or base content creators. No more wait lists for riggers or even social permission to become a VTuber. Anyone can do it now, and that's what threatens them. I also applaud Leaflit for her courage to stand up against these VTuber bullies. I do too, because you know she was expecting a crazy amount of hate when she launched this. You know that she was, and I was thinking about it, and I was wondering, who the fuck, what artists just did Leaflit the wrong way, because this seemed vindictive. And then I thought about it, and I realized whenever she made her video on it that she did this because she actually loves the space. She really does. She wants to lower the barrier to entry. She doesn't like seeing people being scammed. I can tell. I can see it when I watch the video. She really cares about this. She put a lot of work into it, and she solved a need, and she's going to actually do well because of it. So W to Leaflit. Paper or plastic, boys? Paper being good, plastic being bad. I'm gonna go with paper, boys. I think it's paper as fuck. I do. It's not gonna hurt the artists that you think it's gonna hurt. The only artist that this is actually gonna do any damage to is like new and upcoming artists that could potentially, serve a need and actually deliver to a customer, and 10,000 different scammers, okay? There has to be a different way. There really does. And this was offered as it. But to now be an artist in the space, you're absolutely going to have to prove your trustworthiness first, okay? That's it. That's where I'm seeing that this is going to go. You're going to have to prove that you are trustworthy first, and in any way, shape, or form. I don't know how you're going to do that, but that's definitely what you're going to need to do. And then people will come to you because you have a human touch, and because you deliver on your work, okay? People are willing to wait for something that is better. This is just an alternative to people that have been getting scammed. At least that's my opinion. You guys let me know down below what you think about that. Paper or plastic? Paper being good, plastic being bad. I love all you boys. That's going to be it for me. GG's. Peace.